So the other day I was writing down my 2020 budget and I was wondering if this is like a normal thing to do, if people actually budget or if people kind of wing it. So I asked on my Instagram how many people actually budget, and I was actually really surprised by how many people don't, because it's such a big part of Anthony and I's a big part of our lives to budget, where it's something that we're passionate about. The whole time we've been married, we've always done it, because before we got married, we did Dave Ramsey's financial peace program, whatever you call it. So that was kind of just like instilled in our marriage, and we just kind of like have been doing it ever since. So I asked on my Instagram how many people budget, and then I asked how many people have heard of Dave Ramsey, which a lot of people have heard of him. I don't know that a lot of people have done his program. And then I asked how many people are debt-free, and a lot of people are not debt-free, which is crazy to me. Well, actually, I guess it's not that crazy being in this day and age, I guess. Whenever like I talk to my friends and stuff about money, which I mean, I guess isn't very often, but I like to share with them about our experience with Dave Ramsey, because I feel like it's been the best thing ever for our marriage. I know a lot of couples fight about money, and it can be like an issue when it can start to become, you know, an issue for couples. So luckily we haven't had much of that in our marriage, because we've always done this program. So anyways, I wanted to just like start talking about it a little bit, so that hopefully I can help some people if they want to know like how we got out of debt and how we budget and just kind of how we manage our money. You guys, we don't have a lot of money. We don't make a ton of money. Anthony works for the sheriff's department. He's a deputy, and I'm a full-time photographer, and we, you know, we're just average. Our income is just very average, I would say. So I'm just going to tell you how we originally got out of debt, and I want to explain Dave Ramsey's debt snowball to you. So that'll be this video, and then I think I'll make another video about how we actually budget and how we use his envelope system every month. So when we first got married, we did not have a ton of debt. We had one personal loan out, and we had a car loan, and we didn't have any student debt or anything like that. So I think we were at about like $20,000 to $22,000 in debt. Both of us had paid off our credit cards before we got married. I think that was just like something that we made sure to do. Ever since then, we have not had any credit cards. Your main goal with Dave Ramsey's program is to be completely debt-free, ideally even without having a mortgage. But this means no credit cards, no car payments, nothing like that. Like I said, we started off with about $20,000 to $22,000 in debt. And the way we did it, so we had a car payment and then the personal loan. So the first thing we did was Anthony had like a really nice Rubicon Jeep. We loved it. He owed like $16,000 or $17,000 on it. So the first thing we did when we decided we wanted to be debt-free was sell it. And it was very sad, but luckily my car, my parents had bought for me when I was younger, so we didn't have a payment on that. So we sold his Jeep, sad day, and we bought a beater Jeep that was like $4,000 I think we spent on it. So we had paid off about $16,000 of our debt. So we had the car, and then we had probably about $6,000 left on our personal loan. So we were down to about $10,000. I want to explain the debt snowball really quick, because that is going to be your main focus to pay off your debt. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll start trying to pay off their highest debt first, which is fine, whatever. But Dave Ramsey's system of the snowball is, I feel like it's more of a mental thing, and it just, once you pay off one debt, your mind is ready to pay off the next. Okay, so I am going to explain the debt snowball really quick. Pretend you have 3 debts. You have your credit card payment, and then you have your car payment, and then you have your student loan payment. So say your minimum credit card payment is $50 and you owe $500, and then your car payment is like $250 a month and you owe $10,000, and then you have a student loan for $20,000, your payment is $400 a month, whatever. I don't know, these, I'm just throwing out numbers. Your goal is to pay off your smallest debt first. Instead of throwing like a little bit more money towards each debt, you want to focus and put all of your energy into your smallest debt. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your minimum payment on your student loan, you're going to make your minimum payment on your car loan, and then on this credit card loan, you're going to put all your energy to it. So when I explain the envelope system of budgeting, it'll help you figure out how much leftover money you have to throw at this credit card debt. So first of all, cut up your credit card. That's gonna be your first thing you do. And then any leftover money that you have each month is gonna go towards this credit card debt. So say your minimum payment is normally $50, but now you've found an extra $50 a month to put towards it. So you're putting towards $100 a month, right? And then you're still making your minimum payment on this and this. So after a couple months, you get your credit card paid off, and now you have an extra $100 that was going towards your credit card payment that you're now going to move on to the next payment. So now your car payment, you were paying $250. Now you're going to pay $350. And so each month you're paying a little bit more towards your car, and it's going to get paid off faster. Whether this takes you 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. Your car is going to get paid off. Now your car is paid off and you have $350 that was going towards your car. And you're paying, what did I say? $400 on your student loan. Well, now your snowball is bigger and you can pay $750 a month towards your student loan, if that makes sense. So now you're paying $750 a month towards this one debt that you have. And after however long, a year, whatever, 6 months, depending on how stingy you're being with your money and your focus, how good your focus is on paying off your debt, you're now going to pay this off so fast. So it's a mental thing. You pay off the smaller one, you pay off the medium one, and then you have all this money to put towards your largest debt, and you're going to get paid. You're going to pay it off faster. That is the basics of the debt snowball. For us, we didn't have a huge snowball because we didn't have much debt. But like I said, we paid off the car first, and then we paid off the personal loan. And then what we did was we started our emergency savings, which I'm gonna also do a video about. Dave Ramsey has these baby steps. So what we're talking about today is your first baby step, which is paying off the debt. And then my next video, we're gonna move into budgeting with the envelope system, and then I will talk about the rest of the baby steps, because once you pay off your debt, you start saving your money. So we've been debt free now for, I would say, at least 4 years. We don't have any car payments. We've paid for both of our cars in cash. We don't have any credit cards. And I know a lot of people will say that you need to have credit to buy a house. We just bought a house. Anthony has 0 credit. Like, you can go try and look it up and it doesn't exist. You just have to do a thing called a manual underwriting. I don't know much about that. If we do eventually get into that, I will have Anthony talk about that, because I don't know. That is the basics of the debt snowball. I hope I explained it correctly so that you guys can kind of understand how the debt snowball works. Some people will say they have too much debt and they don't make enough money to do this system, but that's just not true. When I go over the envelope system, I'll show you guys how you can manage your money and find a little bit of money to pay off your debt. If you're really committed, like we were, sell your car. If you have a nice car, you don't need one. All your car needs to do is get you from point A to point B. Unless maybe you have kids, like right now we want to upgrade our car because we want to have another kid and the back seat won't fit 2 car seats. So we're saving up right now. We are saving up cash, you guys, to buy a better car. So it's really just your commitment level. Just imagine how amazing it's gonna feel when, so I talked about those 3 payments, when everything's paid off and you have an extra $750 a month, like to save, to do whatever you want with. That's how we felt. So we paid off everything, and then we had that extra like $600, however much it was. I don't remember how much we were putting towards a payment, but then you are free. Like, you own everything. You don't owe anybody a dime. So the only debt that we have now, which Dave Ramsey does not, it doesn't qualify as debt, is our mortgage payment, which our goal is, in the end, is to have our house paid off. So what we're doing right now is paying more than our mortgage, paying towards principal, whatever. Again, I would have to have Anthony get into that stuff. The feeling you have when you're financially free is just, it's like a breath of fresh air because you just don't have to worry. So I guess that's just the basics of the debt-free mindset and the debt-free snowball. I feel like I kind of babbled just a little bit. I'm hoping that this makes sense. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and put them down below, and I'll probably do like a Q&A on this because I know that it's like a big topic. I'm not really sure if I answered the questions that people would like to know. I just know what I just know what we did. I don't know everything, so I just wanted to kind of like share our experience. So my next video, I'll go over like our budget and how we do our envelopes, how we every paycheck, how we break that up and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll also probably do a video explaining Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and kind of talk about where we are in our baby steps. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. This is kind of like the spiel I would give to like a friend that wanted to know about it. So yeah, if you have any questions, just put them down below, and make sure you subscribe because I think I am going to do like a little series on this just because it is something that I'm passionate about. Like obviously I could talk for a long time about this. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it here, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps somebody. I hope this helps at least one person start getting on their way to becoming debt free. So that's all. I'll see you guys next time.